Power to the people.
You know, I'm going to speak a little different because everybody talking about the same thing. We're talking about our fallen comrades, but I'm going to talk about how we live. You know, we live together. What made us, what made a Panther? Who was a Panther? It was somebody, what made him be committed to do what he did? You know, we live together, we work together, our whole lives was centered around changing the social structure inside the United States. That's what our whole lives was committed to that. The things wasn't going to remain the same. They wasn't going to keep killing us and murdering us without no retaliation. That wasn't going to happen no more. And that's why not every aspect of the Black Panther Party and everybody in it was on that same tip, but everybody was dedicated and committed to making social changes within this system. Everybody wasn't qualified to carry a gun. No. Everybody wasn't qualified to organize a newspaper. Everybody wasn't. So it took different elements and different people of us all coming together and making that commitment to make this social change. We lived together, we slept in the same houses, we had food. This is what made a Panther. It was our commitment to the struggle and our commitment to each other. You know, that we was going to do this together. And it's just like the people be getting up here, a lot of them, most of them, just about every last Panther that died in Los Angeles was friends of mine. All of them. I knew just about all of them. I ain't going to say it. I knew everybody, but I knew just about all of them. And a lot of them was women. You know, one of them, the women that died way back was Sandra Pratt. A lot of them knows as Geronimo's wife, Sandra Lane. I mean, they call her Red. But I've been knowing her when she was a high school girl. But the thing is this, is that the commitment wasn't just no man commitment, it was women and men, and even it was young people. It was older people that really supported us in the efforts that we did. You know, some didn't. A lot of them criticized us on the things we was doing, but there was others that supported us and knew that there was a time for these things to happen. And the thing is, what's so phenomenal about the thing is that here we is in 2012, and a lot of the things that we was fighting for and struggling for, all of that, whatever kind of things that we made to move things forward, was getting pushed back. You know, so the thing now is like what we was fighting for then was to change the conditions of our community. You change the conditions of the people, you change their behavior. You know, it's just like now, I'm going to speak about it and then I'm going to get off of it in a second. My daughter was murdered a couple of months ago. But it was by other black people. If we change the conditions of our community, we change our behavior. That kind of behavior needs to exist in our community, and the only way it's going to exist if we change our conditions. So we can talk about we want to do this and we want to do that in our community, but we have to change the conditions for our behavior to change. It's just like the police now. They come in, they bust youngsters for selling crack and stuff, but if you don't change the conditions, somebody's going to take their place. You got to change the conditions. You got to move the crack out of the neighborhood. We got to find ways to deal with that. We need clinics. We need whatever we need to address those social issues. We need to be dealing with that. I would inspire everyone. If you don't belong to anything, get involved. This ain't no time to be sitting back and think about something else, because our children don't have no future. The only future they have is the penitentiary. Them cells and the prisons that they build gonna last for over 100 years. Who they gonna put in them? We need to change the way the social system is structured right now. So so that's really what I want to talk about as the Panthers and our dedication to each other. The brother over there got up and talked about one of the longest held Black Panthers, and the longest held Black Panther is Romaine Fitzgerald. And I remember when he walked in the office, when him and some more got out, when they got out of prison from Tracy, they came straight to the Black Panther office in Compton. In Watts, and joined. And they, you know, I'm saying, what did all these do? They was all together, all y'all doing the same time? Like, okay, all right. But what they had is just like when you had heard they had study programs in the prison. And the brothers had made commitments, and then when they come out, they was coming to join the Black Panther Party. They came out, some more came out after them, some more came out after them. So the idea is what we need now is we need consistency, and we need people to be committed to making social change. I mean, it's nice for y'all to talk about us. You know, it's wonderful. you know. But we ain't dead. All of us ain't dead yet. You know, people act like we gone, like all of us just disappeared. We still doing things. You know, we involved in the prison movement. We involved in all kinds of programs in the community. We involved in drug treatment programs. We involved in all different aspects of the community. And so people need to get involved and make social change. I'm glad the thing with Occupy happened, but it needs to be pushing forward. Let's make this year be a year that don't nobody ever forget.